He runs a website called The Black Bookie, which is very cool. You ought to stop by and check that out. And his slogan is, and I haven't hit this before, I'm going to hit it this time because it's the best one. His slogan is, if you snooze, you lose. And indeed, that is the case. There are only so many money-making opportunities to be had, and he's going to tell you where they all are. It's the one and only Black Bookie. It's Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe, how are you today?
Good morning, Honolulu. Welcome to the SnoozeYouLose podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Joe, joined by me, Ron the Don. Ron, what's going on today?
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be back.
Episode 2.
Absolutely.
I feel like we're 20 deep already. Same time, we're back, and I feel like I've been going for a month.
But it may feel like that, but still for me, still have those like early jitters, and stuff.
Well, that's why we have beer.
Absolutely.
That's why you bring us beer.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Salute. You brought beer with corn syrup, though.
I'm sorry. I don't believe in that.
Did you learn nothing from the Super Bowl?
No, absolutely nothing. I'm still going to say Tom Brady sucks and that I will drink beer with corn syrup.
SnoozeYouLose podcast every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, making your lunch break a whole lot better. We run the website, theblackbookie.com. Make sure you check us out there. Follow us on Twitter, @theblackbookie, Instagram, @theblackbookie, Facebook, Uncle Joe. We're everywhere you need to be. Episode 2, glad to be here. Check us out. If you have an iPhone, check us out, Apple Podcasts, the SnoozeYouLose podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Spotify, we're there as well. YouTube. Also check us out on Anchor, just in case you're boycotting YouTube. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, you never know these days.
We are all over.
Anywhere you go, you can find us anywhere you need to be. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's funny to me because I had a few people that I sent the link out to via text message. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yo, bro, that's awesome. Keep going. I'm so proud. That's dope. I'm like, but did you listen to it?
Did you give us?
What if it sucks? You don't even know if it's good. Don't tell me, yo, this is awesome. Keep killing it. Keep doing what you got to do. I didn't even check it out yet.
We need to know.
We need to know. Yeah, give us feedback. Let us know. We're not afraid of criticism. That's what we're here for.
Hit us up on the email too. What's the email again?
Uncle Joe @theblackbookie.com. Next week, we're definitely going live with our Gamblers Anonymous segment. Let us know a bad break you had during the week. Uncle Joe @theblackbookie.com. Send us your emails. We're going to talk about it on the show. One that broke your heart, let you down. That's what we're here to talk about.
I'm excited to hear that one, but it's still going to be so sad just hearing all like the heartbreaking stories and stuff like that.
It's definitely depressing.
And I know there's a lot of them and stuff like that. So send those emails, guys.
So I'm here to help you guys make some money. The name of the game is win together, lose together. Any pick I give, we take together, win together, lose together. You see a lot of cappers out there giving a bunch of plays, and they don't take the same picks. That we're not a scam artist, we're not gimmicks. If we're winning together. If we're losing together. That's the name of the game. So we're going to recap once we did again last week. Ron and Don is here pretty much for you sports guys that love to talk about infrastructure and cap space and bring me beer and things like that. And I'm here to tell you how to win, how to make some money. We had a better week.
Better than last week.
Not
Absolutely.
Proud of what we did. We really were in a groove Thursday, heading into the weekend. Had some disappointing things happen over the weekend that we're going to talk about. You got your AAF season ticket yet?
I am a proud San Diego Fleet fan. And I'm trying to figure out who our rivals is. I think it's the Salt Lake team. I think that's our rival, right?
Have you watched any of the AAF?
I have watched about 14 seconds of a highlight clip on YouTube.
After you watch the SnoozeYouLose podcast.
Absolutely.
It's you saw Colin Kaepernick wanted $20 million?
I read that and I was just like, Colin, Broham, I don't think they have 20 million anything.
Where were they going to get that from, Colin?
I don't think they have 20 million pesos, let alone
Where
dollars.
were they going to get that from? If Colin Kaepernick would have got $20 million, the AAF would have turned into like Spirit Airlines. They would have had to charge you for everything. They would have had to charge you for having footballs there. They would have charged you for the yardsticks, for every first down, for your seat, your snacks, your ticket, everything. I'm like, come on, Colin. I mean, he did win his settlement with the NFL.
Absolutely.
Talk about backlash. Mm-hmm. How in the world are people going to feel if Colin Kaepernick comes back to the NFL and plays for the Patriots?
Oh my God. Can you imagine just the takes that are gonna fly and stuff?
You think Michael Vick had it bad? You think Ray Lewis had it bad? You think Kareem Hunt's gonna get it bad? Kaepernick with Belichick and Brady. And
in
not
a
even,
Pats
it's
jersey.
not even that
Ugh.
he's gonna play for New England. Possibly, this is speculation. They said that the Panthers and New England are top of the list, that it could happen. I think Carolina makes a lot of sense, knowing Cam's health status is kind of up in the air. But imagine Colin Kaepernick coming back to the league and getting a ring.
Because you know it's gonna happen. No, you got Belichick and Brady. It's gonna happen. Unfortunately, but I mean, just the thought of it makes you absolutely go insane and stuff like that. I'm just like what everyone's gonna say, and I want it to happen just for the chaos,
Absolute chaos. It would be absolute chaos. But welcome to the SnoozeYouLose podcast. We are going to get into the recap of what we did last week. Every day, make sure you follow us on Twitter at @TheBlackBookie. We give out the free SnoozeYouLose pick. Visit over us at the website, theblackbookie.com. We're giving out our premium picks. Like we said before, both plays we give with 100% confidence. We don't give a better play in the premium pick and a cheaper play in this free pick. Both plays we feel 100% confident about, trying to hit on both, trying to make you some money. We started out the week, SnoozeYouLose pick. We ran out with Lehigh, +5 versus Bucknell, but they let us down 87-75. And I don't know if a lot of people know, Lehigh and Bucknell play in the Patriot League in the NCAA. And most people don't know, like I could tell by the look in your face, you've ever really heard of the Patriot League.
No, you kind of just hear them one time during March Madness, when the brackets happen.
Exactly where I'm going with this. Most teams, let me say most, there's not going to be a lot of teams from the Patriot League in the tournament.
Absolutely.
Maybe one.
Can you tell me, can anyone out there tell me where Bucknell is located?
Yeah, that's what I pay you to do. To stat check stuff, but I'm not going to tell you where they are. The point of this is, this game had NCAA tournament written all over it. Only one of these teams are going to probably get in, if at all. This is 1 versus 2. Lehigh had already beaten Bucknell, and we weren't even asking them to win. We were just asking them to cover.
Just to cover.
Just to cover. Stay in the game. There's 1 versus 2 in the conference. Only one of you going to make it into the tournament. You had a chance to really get a leg up on them, beating them twice this season. Definitely going to put you in front of them and getting into that tournament, and they let us down.
Absolutely. Coming into that game, they did score a win over Navy. But yeah, just Lehigh let us down.
+5, we had them. It was really on the boards. Just the offensive rebounds, they were dominating in that game, and they just couldn't keep Bucknell off the boards. And Lehigh's not a terrible road team either. If we go back and look at it, they had a solid road record.
Away, they were 7-5 coming in.
7-5 on the road coming in. 1-2 in the conference, like we said, and they just let us down. Premium pick, we headed over to Kansas +3 versus TCU. Kansas is tricky. They had a player redshirted that wasn't playing early in the year. They have a terrible road record. 1-6 coming into that game.
1-6.
1-6.
Great home record though. 14-0.
14-0 at the crib, but you're not gonna be able to play every game in front of your fans.
Absolutely.
1-6 coming into that game on the road, and it went to overtime, which I was surprised because they led most part of that game. But TCU did fight back. Also had a good home record.
TCU with a home record of 11-1 coming into that game.
11-1. So you would think -3. Most people probably went TCU's favorite with that road record. With that home record versus Kansas road record. Not us. We took the +3. They covered. They won that game actually 82-77 in overtime, and we went 1-1 on the day. So we were looking for a little better outcome with the Lehigh game, but we did go 1-1 in the game. Our premium clients hit that day, and that's really all you can ask for sometimes.
Absolutely. And then that brings us into Tuesday with the SnoozeYouLose pick being DePaul +3 versus Marquette. Unfortunately, we lost that one. Final score there being 73-92.
Ugly. I think Marquette's going to go on our do not disturb list. That's a team that 2 weeks in a row have not gone our way. We had them last week, -6 against the Johnnies. They didn't cover. They actually lost that game. Today, we went against them in the DePaul matchup, +3. Didn't go our way again. So Marquette's going to have to go on a little asterisk, do not disturb list. They do not like when Uncle Joe bets for them or against them. Clearly,
just any type of Uncle Joe
action.
bet.
Yeah.
Just like
some teams, you just have to do that. There is times where you just have to throw it away. Like Pedro Martinez said, you got to tip your hat and call him your daddy. And Marquette is getting on that list because just things that do not go our way when we put Marquette in the mix.
Shame, really. And And then the premium pick that day was Maryland +3 versus Purdue. We won that one, and that was the final score of 78-56.
78 or 70? I think it was 70-56.
70-56, yeah.
70-56, Maryland came out. That one made us nervous a little bit. Purdue has an explosive player in Edwards. Edwards reminds me a lot of Shabazz Napier. I think he'll probably be like an early second-round pick, but he's definitely explosive. That one made us nervous because Purdue came out fighting, and Maryland got a little bit revenge. They came out, covered that one, +3, ended up winning the game at home. Pretty solid home record as well, if I'm
home
not mistaken.
record 12-2 coming into that game.
12-2. That's the problem too. But I want a lot of people to understand with college is we talked about this on last week's episode. A lot of college players, it's tough. They can't travel. Start missing free throws. The crowd's going crazy. It's tough for a lot of teams to win on the road. You see with TCU. You see with Maryland. You see with Kansas.
Yeah, doing any type of research on college basketball, you just see like the big discrepancies between home and away records and stuff like that.
It's not even close.
Yep.
It's night and day. It's two different teams. Literally, they get on the bus and it's two different teams. I don't know if the NCAA's got to start getting some more money on the table and get these kids flights, but these bus rides are not working out because the disparity is completely left side. It's one way or the other.
So definitely like watch those home and road records when betting and stuff. Makes a big difference in college basketball.
You are listening to the Snooze You Lose podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Joe, joined by Ron the Don, as we are here every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, making your lunch break a lot better. Hit that subscribe button. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, also on Anchor. Anywhere you check, we are there. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You know, we're out there. Check it out. We just launched the Driving Responsibly t-shirts.
Absolutely. Great t-shirts.
Check-in scores. I'm used to the commercial of the program. The check-in scores responsibly t-shirts have just dropped. If you haven't seen them, it says, "Sorry, officer, I wasn't texting. I was checking the under." So dope. We just launched those this week. So make sure you visit the website, grab yours, get it shipped out to you. If you're somewhere local, I'll bring it to you. Anything you need. You know, that's what we're here to do, serve the people. Win together, lose together. It's the motto, and we're going to stick with it.
Absolutely. So 1-1 on Tuesday brings us into Wednesday. The snooze you used there was Georgetown +4 versus Seton Hall. Lost that one. Final score there, Georgetown 75 to Seton Hall's 90.
See, Georgetown really chapped my ass that day. That what's the stats on that one too? Look, that Ron Denon's gonna tell us some stat checks on that one because I was really disappointed, and I'm more disappointed in that loss for Georgetown because this is a day. We should have went 2-0. We'll get to the premium pick in a second, but our premium pick fought their tails off to win and cover for us, even going into triple overtime.
How was that? Well, how was that, man? Just going into not one overtime, not two overtimes, 3 overtimes. Do you feel like you were gonna get that and stuff?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have a team. Let's get to that pick. So the premium pick was the Nets -6 versus the Cavs, and Nets are having a good year.
Absolutely.
D'Angelo Russell's playing out of his mind. Obviously, the Cavs are tanking. They're trying to get draft picks. That game was in Cleveland. No Kevin Love. He didn't even play. The Cavs came out gunning.
They didn't look like a team that wanted to tank.
They didn't play like a team that wanted to tank at all. And Nets had a chance. And then it gets to the point, too, after 1 overtime. After 2 overtimes, you're like, we may win this game, but we're not going to cover. It's so tough to go that deep into a game and still win by 7+ points.
Like going into that many overtimes, do you even think that I would never think oh yeah, this is gonna happen, we're gonna cover and stuff like that? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. What's the numbers on the Georgetown game?
So sorry about that. Georgetown came in with a halfway decent away record, actually 4-3 going into that game. In the last 5, there were 3 wins, 2 losses. Again, pretty positive going in, but yeah, they did not do us any favors that day versus Seton Hall. Seton Hall, decent home record, 8-3, but they were coming off a win over Creighton. But again, you were just not expecting that type of performance from Georgetown. Like I said, chapped.
Your boy Pat Ewing, man, he let us down. We took Georgetown last week. They did wonders for us. I just got to look at this again. I mean, Seton Hall, 16-9. They're fourth in the Big East. Georgetown 15-10 now, sixth in the Big East. Pretty sure the matchup before that they played, Georgetown
lost coming into that game. They had a 73-69 loss to Butler.
I'm talking about their last matchup against Seton Hall.
Oh, against Seton Hall, sorry.
Pretty sure they had beat Hall once already this year. And it's tough. It's tough to beat a team twice. But that was a game they definitely should have covered the points in. And it was one of those matchups they were just never really in. From start to finish, never really had a chance. You could just feel it. Not one of those guys like we talked about that as soon as the game's 2-0, we quit and throw the remote and thinks it's over. But you could tell by body language, style of play, the way the game was going, just wasn't able to bring any offense going.
Absolutely. So just chalk that up to a bad one. So that brings us, that's 1-1 on Wednesday. Bring us to Thursday. The snooze you lose there. Utah moneyline versus Arizona.
Bang.
W, and won that one 83-76.
Arizona is nosediving. I believe if they lost again to Colorado, it was a late game on Sunday. Let's take a peek at that to see what happened in that matchup. They lost to Colorado by 4. So that marks 7 straight losses for Arizona. So that is a team just in an absolute nosedive.
I mean, they had a nice record going into that game, 14-10. But like you said,
it hasn't been pretty.
They haven't won one lately.
And I stand corrected. Actually, Colorado played Arizona State, so Arizona did not play Sunday. But they have lost 7 straight matchups, complete nosedive.
Good.
I mean, you lose to one of the top 5 draft picks. I mean, that does happen, but that's your team that should be way more coached, better than that. And it hasn't shown it at all this year.
Absolutely not. I mean, like you said and stuff like that. The coaching has to be better, especially trying to shake a team off from that much of a losing streak.
Still won,
right?
Still won.
Even the Knicks got one.
Still won. We gotta look that up. We're gonna dive a little bit into that one because I know there had to be one game that Arizona could have stolen that matchup. This is college. This is not like the NFL when you go out there and you just completely overmatched, or in the NBA where you're tanking, things like that. Even in baseball, sometimes pitchers don't have that day. You could steal one.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could steal one. So I want you to look into that for me for Arizona. I'm trying to find it. What day would we take Arizona?
We took Arizona.
I'm sorry, Utah to beat Arizona.
Utah to beat Arizona?
On the 14th.
On the 14th.
So we're going to take a dive into that because the coaching can't be that bad. You can't have that big of a drop-off from the season you had last year to lose 7 straight games. While Ron the Don is taking a peek at that, I'm going to drink some more beer. Like I said, you are listening to the Snooze You Lose podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Joe, joined by Ron the Don every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, making your lunch break a lot better. Episode 2, many more to come. Check us out, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, anywhere you go, you can find us. Hit that subscribe button. And what do you got there for Arizona?
Let me just go into their games. It hasn't been pretty. They've been getting whooped.
That's
lately.
the thing too. These games aren't even close.
Probably you're looking at their best chance to steal one probably against Oregon. That one they lost 59-54 and stuff. But other than that,
they were at home.
Yes, they were at home at that one. But again, you're just looking at 80-57, 90-69, 95-88, and stuff like that. Not pretty scores.
And there's one thing we always talk about. Hey, if you're gonna come out and get your dicks kicked, at least try and cover the spread. Someone's taking a chance on you. After you lose 4, 5, 6, 7 games, there's someone out there that's going to think, all right, they got to break through eventually.
It's the law of averages, right?
It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And these games aren't even close.
Exactly.
It is not happening. They're losing, come on, 80-57? USC isn't even ranked.
And just absolutely no effort going into those games.
See, look, I knew I wasn't tripping. They did play Colorado. Then they lost by 7 points. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight losses. Their last win was January 12th against California.
Can you
Who
imagine?
is 5-11?
Imagine going a month plus without winning a game and stuff. It must be so demoralizing.
It's tough to get off that bus. It's tough to get off. Yeah, like you said, Oregon was one they had a chance to win. They were at home, lost that game by 5. Oregon's only 11-6 on the year. It's absolutely brutal. Somebody's got to talk to the SID, the sports director, the program director. You got to figure things out. But nonetheless, we figured it out. Utah covered for that easily, 83-76. We grabbed the winner, and then our premium pick, our boys, came through once again.
Blackhawks have been blessing us, haven't they? That one was a 5-2 win versus the Devils. Great. Another great performance for the Blackhawks whenever we pick them.
That was Valentine's Day. We come out 2-0 on Valentine's Day. Quick 200 for our $100 bettors. Like we said before, sometimes we have $50 bettors, $100 bettors, $250, $500, etc. We're not here to tell you how much to bet. We're here to help you invest, win together, lose together. It's all about money management, bankroll management, having some discipline, 1 or 2 games a day. You do not need 9 plays to be successful. You try and take 9 games in one day, you end up going 3 for 6. Your week, maybe your month is done. So it's all about management. The Blackhawks, just how we said before, how we put Marquette in that do not disturb list. Now with the Blackhawks, every chance we get, more than likely we're riding with them.
Blackhawks have been blessing us, like I said, amazing and stuff like that. And again, like this is a team that looked hopeless coming early in the season and stuff, and they've just been like riding a good surge. Especially they were 2 points out of a playoff spot in that tight Western Conference coming into that game. So again, like those wins are huge for them.
How far are they out now?
I believe they're still the Western Conference.
They're 3 points out.
3 points out. 3 points out now and stuff like that. Again, that Western Conference though, they are a last place team in their division. But in the Western Conference,
When you have that slow of a start, it's tough to bounce back. Most teams don't do this. Mm-hmm. Most teams pack it in.
Yeah.
You fire your coach, you have that slow of a start. Most teams do not bounce back and have this type of run in the second half. I didn't know the Blues won 9 straight games.
And yet somehow they're still not in a comfortable position in the playoffs, mind you. They've gone on an absolute tear. Again, another team that looked dead in the water in the beginning of the season.
So they beat Minnesota, so that actually makes it 10 straight victories. And for us, it's not even that they've won 10 straight games. I'm upset because I didn't know that until a day or so ago. And out of 10 of those games, we would have easily taken 5 or 6 of them. And that's the thing, too. You got to notice trends. You got to be aware of what's going on. Mm-hmm. That's why one of the best advice we always give is do not bet with your heart. Don't always just bet on your favorite team. You got to notice trends, tendencies, who's hot, and ride the wave. Mm-hmm. So we're doing with the Blackhawks. We've been successful. If I would have known the Blues won 9 straight, absolutely would have been on at least 5 or 6 of those games. Because sometimes you got to be a little careful. When teams are too hot, they become too highly favored. You don't want to lay too much chalk for a team to win. But even if you throw them in a parlay or something like that, you got to ride with them until the wheels fall off.
Absolutely, yeah.
215 SnoozeYouLose pick, Fairfield +5. They take care of business against Canisius. They lost the game 72-68, but they covered the +5, and that's all we care about. That was a game too where just starting the line started at about 5. Game time it dropped about 3.5. We grabbed it early for our clients. That's why we gave it. It dropped down to -4 when we gave it out. So I told our clients to buy the extra point just to be safe. And nonetheless, Fairfield covers for us. It's a great way to keep the momentum going after hitting 2 straight on Valentine's Day. They come out and take care of business. And then this one, the premium, we took the under 158, Troy versus Georgia Southern. And sometimes when you watch a game, you just feel bad.
How'd you feel in this game?
This was bad.
So not a perfect display of basketball, I'm guessing.
I'm all about the money. That's what we're all about. We're here to win. There's no fanhood here. We don't wear our hearts on our sleeve. We only wear our tickets on our sleeve. We bring our tickets to the window to cash
money
in.
Management. This is all about the money. But
this was messed up. Georgia Southern went on a 21-2 run to start the second half. And it's just like, at this point, I wouldn't be upset kids started fighting.
Show a little passion out there, right?
You got to show you care.
Yeah.
You got to show you care. It's also, this is basketball. Get to the line. Shoot from half court. Something.
Make something happen.
Make something up. 21-2 run. And you're both human beings. You got to figure something out. You got to stop something. There's no way that can fly. I sat there and I'm like, a part of me is like, all right, this is great because only one team's scoring. But I'm also like, well, this is bad because this team could put up 90 this quarter if they wanted to by themselves. And I saw a stat that actually helped us make this pick. Shout out to the good people at Sports Action Network. Do you know one of the experts? So Sports Action Network, there's actually some experts you can follow and stuff like that. You can actually follow us on there as well, the Black Bookie. I'm on the Sports Action Network. My record there is not completely true because I forget to post it sometimes. Okay. So I use the Sports Action Network a lot to see trends and things like that. But sometimes I forget to put the play in because you actually have to post your pick on there. And, we're already doing it on Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. So sometimes I forget. But they had a stat I want to find that actually helped me make this pick. So it says this high under spot has been incredibly profitable this season. When the total is 150 or higher and the line falls at least half a point, the under has gone 119-89, which is 57%. When the total is 155 or higher and falls at least 1 point, the under is even better, 51-18, 73%.
So very important to follow.
This line was 161, and at game time dropped to 157.5. So by those numbers, 51-18, 73%, make that 52-18, over 74% because they hit again. So if you listen to this podcast, I would jot that down because it's been incredibly profitable this season, and I love the under. I know some people they don't. I love the under. I love defense. You give me a 1-0 game in baseball, a 3-2 game.
You always tell me this, that you are a fan of like defense. You're a fan of the pitchers.
I love it.
You're a fan of the goalies and stuff like that. Literally the worst. I want 9-7 hockey games. I want 14-10 baseball games. I want 50-49 football games. That is what I want.
59-50. We're not far away. We're not far away. You got a few more Sean McVays getting into the league. We are not far away. But listen, I don't want 13-3, obviously, like we saw. But I'm a defense guy. I love seeing a guy making a tough play. I love seeing tackling. I love seeing hitting. I love seeing pitching. A goalie standing on his on his head, making 40-30 saves. I'm all about it. Make the under great again. That's the NBA is so hard for me to watch these days. I don't want to see 140-134. That's not basketball to me.
But the kids love it
because they don't know any better. It's all they know. I know. I've seen the defensive battles, the showdown, when you can actually block shots when everybody wasn't standing there trying to take a charge. I saw a defense.
I mean, you saw players become great, like known as great players by defense alone, not their offense,
defense alone.
By defense alone and stuff like that.
Defense alone. So.
I don't think you can see that nowadays. It's just like no one cares about like a guy like
defense. Yeah. Okay, we came in with the Mo Bamba intro. That might be the closest we get. Tough break for him too. Getting hurt this year, missing the rest of the season. Seems like a really good kid. We'll see how his game transpires going forward, especially bounce back from the injury. Yeah. See how it goes through. Coming in, I thought he was a little overrated anyway coming in. But when Check West makes a banger like that, I really don't care what you do on the court.
Exactly. When you got a bunch of college kids yelling out your name when you're drunk and stuff like that.
It doesn't even matter. Moving on. What day is it? 16th?
Yeah, we are on the 16th now, and that brings us to the SnoozeYouLose pick that day was Clemson +5 versus Louisville. Won that one. Clemson lost that one 55-56, but
to cover the +5.
Cover the +5.
And it's funny how this business works because we've said it before, we'll say it again a million times from episode 1 to episode 101. There's a little bit of luck that goes into this. Watching that Clemson-Louisville game, Clemson should have lost this game by 10. They were down 7 with 32 seconds to go.
So not looking good.
And I'm at the point where I'm watching it and I'm like, how? What happened? I want you to stat check for me while I'm looking too, because I know they were outscored badly in the second half. But 32 seconds left, and I'm literally in the position, I'm like, Jesus. Not the way I want to start my Saturday. Not the way I want the clients to start their Saturday. And Louisville misses free throws, turn the ball over. We get back-to-back threes. And they almost had a chance still to win. But Louisville made a defensive play. They were able to get one stop. And we come away covering 56-55, and there's a little bit of luck that goes into it. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but they were outscored 37-32. You take away another 6 points, though, those back-to-back threes, it's a difference. They were leading going into the half 23-19. Outscored in the second half 37-32, but like I said, down 7, 32 seconds left. We get back-to-back threes. They cover by 1 point. And that's where a little bit of luck comes into play. We were on the right side of things because they were in position to even win that game. Mm-hmm. Let things slip away late. A little bit of luck went on our side. And that's how the cookie crumbles. We come away with the win to start the day.
So some clutch shooting for us, helping us out in that one.
I don't even know if it was clutch. It was a little bit of luck. It was more luck. And like I said, Louisville not closing the door with the misses of free throws and turning the ball over to give Clemson chances, because that's a game they definitely should have won by 10 points. But nonetheless, we cover the +5 and we'll take the winner.
And that brings us into the premium one. This one's heartbreaking for me because we were on the premium picks this week coming in to this one. Amazing. We were on a great run.
You hear that? That's a siren. Fraud alert, fraud alert, fraud alert.
And who is a fraud of this one?
Tennessee. You son of a bitches. Fraud alert.
Just what was going on here and stuff.
Ranked number 1 in the country. You're a 4-point dog on the road. You're 6-0 on the road. 16 straight victories. And you got your dicks kicked.
What was the final score in that? 69-86?
Never close. Never close.
Just didn't show.
Never got off the bus. Never got off the bus.
Never got out of the town. They were still in Knoxville.
How dare you? What a bunch of frauds. We saw what they did last year in the tournament.
Absolutely. Yep.
And now again, you're still doing the same nonsense. Why are you ranked number 1? You will not be anymore, but you shouldn't have been to begin with, because we could see now.
When I saw them ranked as number 1, I just looked at my TV screen. I was like, are we seriously doing
this again?
Again, number 1.
Fraud alert.
I feel like after what they pulled in the tournament last year, you cannot be ranked number 1 ever. I don't care if you do have a perfect record.
It was the UMBC or was it Loyola Chicago? I lost to one of them.
I think it was UMBC, if I'm not mistaken.
I knew it was one of them. And this is no BS. I have a video on my phone. I was in Vegas for March Madness last year. And everybody in the room, we had Tennessee. They lose on a game-winning shot. And I literally just pick up my cup. I walk out the room. And I walked for about 30 minutes by myself. Because I couldn't believe it. We were already getting killed that whole tournament, which will not happen this year. I actually was having a conversation the other day. I think this year is going to be a lot of chalk.
Just looking at what college basketball is, it's going to be very chalk and stuff like that.
I don't see the UMBCs and the Loyola Chicagos, and I don't see it happening.
Virginia was actually the one getting heartbroken by UMBC last year.
Okay, yeah. We had that. We landed and had that. So that just lets you know how the trip went. But so Tennessee had to be the...
Tennessee was the Loyola Chicago.
Yeah.
The 3-11 matchup.
Come on. Fraud alert.
But
what are we doing?
They said, let's make these guys number 1 in the country.
I mean, you win 16 straight games. I get it. It's February. I get it. And the thing is, we weren't asking you to go into Kentucky and blow them out. Kentucky is tough. They're not the same team. I had a friend of mine, he's a big KU fan. this is not the same team that Duke smoked in that Hawaii International or Honolulu International, whatever. This is not the same team. This team is the real deal. This team is playing like what people projected, and that's what Calipari does. Mm-hmm. These kids are 18. They're 18 years old. So in the beginning of the season, because they're Kentucky, they always come out ranked 5th, ranked 10th, 3rd, 2nd, whatever the case may be. Always. And they're 18. They figure things out. He coaches them. And the next thing you know, wow, this is a national championship contender. This team is just as good as Duke. They're just as good as Gonzaga. They're just as good they're better than Tennessee. Wow.
I mean, like, they're
fraud alert.
I mean, every time, like you said, Kentucky is always going to be a young team and stuff. Lots of one and dones and stuff like that.
Come on.
But yeah, like you said, it's a young team, so a team in November is going to be vastly different from the team.
Vastly different. They're learning each other. They're learning the system. They get more comfortable playing on the road. Next thing you know, and that's how I feel about them this year. They're gonna go on a run. This team is for real. This team is absolutely for real. But you are listening to the Snooze You Lose podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Joe, joined by me, Ron the Don, every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, making your lunch break a lot better. Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, anywhere you look. We are there. Follow us on Twitter @theblackbookie.com, Instagram @theblackbookie. Check out the website, blackbookie.com. Get the merchandise. We just launched some new T-shirts. So dope. Everybody's feeling them.
People, we're all over, guys.
Anywhere you look, we are there. You can find us. Win together, lose together will always be the motto. We are here, episode 2, rocking out. Just 14th to 15th, that Thursday and Friday, just red hot. Tried to close it out strong, going to the weekend.
1-1 on Saturday and stuff like that.
1-1, but Tennessee let us down. Especially the thing too, when you get let down at night. It's like, come on.
You go to sleep unhappy,
Going to sleep unhappy. I would have almost preferred Clemson to have let us down. It's like, all right, it's 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
I can still hit brunch. I can still do a few things. It's like, you let us down. We got to go to sleep unhappy. The thing is, too, honestly, I went to sleep at like 8:30 because, like I said, that game was never close.
Yeah.
So they got blown out right from the jump. Never got off the bus. And then today.
And then let's close out the weekend, but we did not close it out in style. Tell you that much and stuff. 0-2 today. Let's just cut to the chase. The Snooze You Lose pick today was...
Come on, Creighton.
Creighton -5 versus Seton Hall. It was a loss for us. 75-81, that score.
When you see 81-75, you would not know Creighton was up 6 with 2 minutes to go.
Crazy. 120 seconds. That's all it took.
I'm almost lost for words. a 12-point swing.
Just seeing that type of that happened right in front of your eyes and stuff like that. I feel like we're gonna talk about it because this is sports betting. We're gonna get our hearts broken a lot and stuff like that.
It happens.
But just seeing those type of ways to get your heart broken and stuff, man, it's
literally no good way for it to happen because if somebody hits a game winner, usually that doesn't hurt as much unless you do like a parlay because unless you have the team money line, you already had them to cover by 3 or 4 or 5, so you already kind of tell you weren't gonna get the bread. Mm-hmm. But when you have a team -5 and they're up 6,
you're feeling great.
With 2 minutes.
You're feeling great.
Not 40 minutes. With 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes.
And they let a 12-point swing happen and lose by 6. Let me add. They were also home.
just adding to the misery, basically. They were
like,
at home, up 6 with 2 minutes to go, and then... hell, I would be waiting online to cash the ticket.
Desperate for a win, too. If you double check for me, I think Creighton lost 3 straight coming into that one. Desperate for a win. And just unable to get the job done.
Like I said.
What are we doing?
You cannot have those type of swings.
What
that
are you
late.
in Tennessee sharing jerseys? What are we doing?
Like you said, feeling great and stuff.
That one, you think it's a done deal. I mean, 6 isn't a done deal, but you get 1 or 2 more stops, teams have to start fouling. It's over. You knock down your free throws. You're at home, like I had once again. I think it's a done deal.
You know what's funny is we actually had Creighton last week as well. Another Creighton Seton Hall one. So funny stat on that. But again, Creighton just not looking good. Losers of 3 straight. Last win against.
Dude, come on, you're desperate. It's getting tournament time. You need to win games. This is why you're at home. This is why you're up 6. I don't think we had Creighton last week.
I thought we did. Sorry.
No, we had.
I never remember we had Seton Hall.
No, we didn't.
Oh, that was a different Seton Hall game. My bad.
Yeah. We didn't take it, but still, nonetheless, seal the deal. Make it happen. Close. You know,
and just
bring that girl back home. Can't close. You got an email address. You're at the bar. You didn't get the number. She gave you her Instagram. I mean, actually, today that's kind of normal.
That's really normal and stuff like that. But you got the rejection hotline. That's what you got.
Come on, seal the deal. What are we doing?
And then let's just add to the heartbreak with our premium pick was Villanova money line versus the Johnnies. They lost that one 65-71.
Up 19.
When you told me that, I was like, they were up 19?
Up 19.
And just
listen.
This is a time where
Johnnies are getting on that do not disturb list. They're getting on that.
They've been snake biting us, and
they're getting on that do not disturb list. They don't know if they want to be champions. They don't want to be champions. I mean, they've had a heck of a 2 weeks, literally just pissing us off. But come on, Nova, you're up 19 points. Do I expect you to win by 19? No. Do I expect you to win by 7? Yeah, at that point, I look in the second half. You're up 10. Next thing I know, tie game. Bang, next thing I know, you're down 4. What are we doing? Where do we draw the line?
I mean, it's something where you're watching that one. Like you said, a 19 point win and 19 point lead. Just feeling awesome. You got good vibes on this game. And then when you see that final score, is
games like that. I was watching it early. I saw at one point in the first half it was 25-9. The Johnnies were at home, so if they get a few stops, the crowd will get behind them a little bit. No, but once again, one of the highest ranked teams in the country. What are they? Second? Like second or third ranked in the country.
Let's see what Nova is ranked.
13th. Sorry, I estimated a little bit. 13th in the country. Seal the deal. You're up 19 points. You're not going to get in the top 10 blowing a 19-point lead to the Johnnies at home. And I never thought for a second that St. John's wasn't going to play this game tough. That's why we went with the money line, because I knew it was going to come down to a bucket or two. When you see 25-9 and then you see a 19-point lead, you're like, pfft.
In the bag, right?
Show me the money.
In the bag, right? No, not for us this time, unfortunately. So again, Sundays, no closing. They're not closing at all for us.
After the 15th, we went 1-3.
We went 1-3, Saturday and Sunday.
1-3 combined Saturday and Sunday, and honestly, that could have been a quick 0-4 because Clemson took care of business for us. The Tennessee one, I'll chalk that to the game. Ring the sirens. We know that they are frauds. So I'll chalk that to the game. I can live with that. Mm-hmm. But Creighton, being up 6 with 2 minutes to go, I'm not chalking that to the game. Do your job.
You had one job. Close out the game.
Nova up 19.
You had one job.
Do your job. That's not chalking it to the game. That's not us being blindfolded, picking out of a hat, and just taking a team. Mm-hmm. We did what we were supposed to do. We were on the right side of things for 30-plus minutes of the basketball game. And just unable to close out. One of you were at home and one of you on the road, but I really don't give a shit. Do what you're supposed to do. And this, that's just the way it is in this business. And like I said, even going back to the Clemson game, we had a little bit of luck on our side. The Johnnies and Creighton, Lady Luck was gone. Mm-hmm. Lady Luck was gone, but that's how it rolls. But win together, lose together. We do finish the week positive, though.
We are on the positive this time around. We, in the end of the week, 8-6 plus 50.
So and the numbers we give usually are for our $100 bettors. Like I said, we have 50, 100, 250, 500. We have bettors all around, different numbers, different wages. We don't tell you how much to bet. We're here to help you invest with us. Whatever you're comfortable with, get you going. Some people, I've seen bettors that invest with us, 300, 500, whatever the case may be. So spend your money the way you want to. We're here to help you invest with us, have the components to win. 8-6. We finished the week. We do finish a positive. Definitely a bounce back from last week, but it should have been a lot better. We were literally on the crust of being about plus 500-600.
And those vibes that we got on Valentine's Day and Friday, just feeling great.
It must have been the love. Cupid must have hit us.
Absolutely. And then, sure enough, Cupid's magic did not come with us.
Poisonous arrow. It was a poisonous arrow. We got set up.
Mm-hmm.
But quickly from, what did you say, 8-6?
8-6 this week, yeah.
Easily should have been 10-4.
I mean, those Sunday games, that could have been a 2-0. It should have been a 2-0.
I mean, you can't blow a 19-point lead. And you can't even, I would have even understood Creighton not covering.
Mm-hmm.
I would have sat here and been more okay with them winning by 3 or winning by 2. But up 6 with 2 minutes left, and then you lose by 6, that I'm not okay with.
Mm-hmm.
That I am not okay with. And Tennessee,
what are they? Frauds.
Fraud alert. Fraud alert. Stay away from them in the tournament. Stay away. Marquette's on the do not disturb list. Johnny's are on the do not disturb list. Stay away from Tennessee.
But with every negative, there's a positive. Every time we do the Blackhawks, go on that, because they are blessing us up.
I'm a little nervous now to get involved in the St. Louis wave. You went 10 straight.
10 straight. It doesn't go past like a 10 straight and stuff like that. I mean,
it's a lot to ask for.
I mean, the NHL has been streaky this year. I will give it that. I know earlier in the year, the Sabres were on a great tear.
What happened?
And now they've tanked.
What happened? The people were talking about this might be the best team in the East.
Oh, when you have Eichel and Skinner just like building a great partnership again.
This team not even make the playoffs.
It's not. It doesn't look like it and stuff. It does not look anything like a playoff team of late.
Again, of late since November. Of late, at least December.
Again, they were in a prime playoff position, and they have just let it go. So again, the NHL has been very streaky this year and stuff. But like I said, once we get into those 8, 9, 10,
I'm out.
10, 11,
I'm out. I gotta stand back. If you have the cojones to ride with that one after 10 straight, more power to you.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is we missed out on that. When they were 4, 5, 6, 7, that's when we should have been in that mix and definitely capitalizing on that. We do apologize for that because that should have been some easy paper coming our way. And I'm sure I'm gonna research it, but I'm sure a lot of those lines started to get a little high once they were getting that high, especially I'm sure once they were playing at home. But that game they had on Sunday against Minnesota, they were actually an underdog. Shut them out. 4-0.
4-0.
Easy paper. Bang. And that's how you do it.
So it's the thing where you just gotta like you said, like read the trends on what's happening and stuff.
Gotta know. That's what we're here for. Stay away from those guys that are giving you the minus 260s. They're giving you 9 plays. We're here. We pick up the tendencies. We study the lines. We are on the right side of it, and we make the right plays. It's gonna happen. We're Tennessee and the Creightons and the St. John's where, you're going to get your heart broken every time. And that's why make sure you email us, UncleJoe@theblackbookie.com. Send us a wager this week that broke your heart. We will talk about it on the show next week. Episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Time's flying. We're already progressing. We got rid of the smoke detector going off from last episode. Sky's the limit here.
Hopefully no more smoke detectors coming late.
We got rid of the beeping. Sky's the limit.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to see how we progress. Again, thank you for the support as of late and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that did listen to episode 1, thank you. If you didn't, shame on you. If you're going to listen to episode 2, make sure you hit that subscribe button, share it around, pass it around. We're here to help.
Absolutely.
We're here to help. We're here to make your lunch break better. We're here to make you some money. We're here to make you look good in public. Get those check-in scores responsibly t-shirts. We're going to restock soon on the hats, the Snooze You Lose hats.
Great hats.
We got a lot going on. There's no time to waste. It's going to be a big year. We're going to keep going in the right direction. I'm excited to come back next week and hopefully be 10-4 or whatever the case may be, because we were on the crust of it.
I like you said and stuff like that. We had the potential for a big weekend this weekend and just got a bit snake bit and stuff like that. But again, better than last week episode.
Always progressing.
Yep. And that's what you want positive. You want to see a plus, and you want to see a plus. And this week is a plus. Hopefully next week even bigger profits.
Tennessee, you sons of bitches.
Stay away. Stay away.
The Snooze You Lose podcast. Uncle Joe, Ron the Don. Check us out, theblackbookie.com. Follow us on Twitter @theblackbookie, Instagram @theblackbookie. Like us on Facebook under Uncle Joe. Make sure, most importantly, follow the Twitter. Every day you're going to get the free Snooze You Lose pick. That's where it's posted. Actually, we are also posting now on Facebook, though, so like us on Facebook. Most importantly, follow the Twitter, the Instagram. Check out the website. Grab some merchandise. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. You can download Anchor. You can listen to the podcast anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. Like always, I may not have winning weeks. I may not have winning months. But I've never had a losing year. Until next time, Snooze You Lose.